All right, guys, finally making this video. I don't know why, out of everything that I do, this here was one of the hardest ones to make. I don't know. Like, maybe because it's not me entertaining you, but more or less me, I don't know, putting shit out there. I mean, not all of it's going to be personal. Some of it is going to be based off of Heedless Vision and the future of it, while other shit is personal. So, bear with me as I do this. I'm not going to bleed everything out here, especially the personal stuff, all in one video, because there's a lot to go over. I will give you the rundown of everything, but I know I've been asked over the last year details on certain things that I'm willing to share. And I figure it would be better in different videos to do that. So I'm going to try to start doing these vlogs, not entirely like over and over and over again, but as needed. Whenever we need to do one, I will do one. And we'll have one on all the reasons why I've done everything with Noble and Hueless Vision. Hueless Vision. And why some of the health and personal stuff, right? I will do separate videos on that. This one here is going to be the starting point, and I will tell you all the things that are going to happen here going forward. So you're seeing this video after I've taken a little bit of a break from the Quest and Grim Tales. And there's a reason for that, and I will go into that here as well. And I will give you some information on spicy ramen and so forth and so on. But before I get in that, I will tell you guys some of the nitty gritty of why we moved from Noble to Hueless Vision. All right. It's very important because I've gotten that question a lot. And I think it's only fair that I give you guys some rundown of how that works. So, as most of you know, I did Noble for a long time. A very, very long time, actually, like over a decade. It went through many different versions and many different styles until it became the network that it became. And for quite a few years, Noble was really good, really on top. But over the years, it got saturated with a lot of things, political stuff, personal stuff, financial things, so forth and so on. And it also started to bleed into the health. Some of you know I was doing a lot of the work by myself behind the scenes, and a lot of sleepless nights, which, don't get me wrong, I love doing every bit of it or I wouldn't have done it. But it is a lot of work. A lot of people don't realize that how much work goes into it. And that means a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of bad choices, and a lot of bad habits. So that was only one of the small reason, like one part of the reason why. There's a lot of reasons that go into why we stopped doing Noble GI, to be exact. I love Noble. Noble was one of my, not, I wouldn't say my first creation, because I've been creating things and being part of big projects since the early 2000s, and Noble was born in the beginning of the 2010s. So, keep that in mind. But it had to be done for health reasons and personal reasons, because Hueless Vision, as I said before, is a much smaller, toned down version. It's a much personal version. There's a lot of things I had to do for health, and I could not keep moving at the pace that I was moving at with Noble. Now, going into Hueless Vision, the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing now with Hueless Vision, and I will get into some of the things that I am doing, is for the last 7 months since Hueless Vision was launched, the idea was I was going to take some of the things that I enjoyed doing from Noble, move them over to Hueless Vision, but make Hueless Vision a much more relaxed way of doing things for health reasons and psychological reasons, so forth and so on. But I got wrapped up in it because it's a bad habit of mine. I get into a project and I punch through it head first. And I landed up doing the same exact thing that I was doing with Noble. I literally just moved everything over from Noble to Hueless Vision and was doing that. And we can't do that. We can't do that at all. That's no good, and that's not what HUELESS Vision was supposed to be. Um, that being said, um, going forward now, a lot of things are going to change. Okay, because this is the part where I'm going to tell you some things that are going to change. I already announced that Spicy Ramen will be ending with season 8. Okay, we are currently on season 7. If you're watching this later, then it might be different, but we are currently on season 7. There's about 4 episodes left. I think we'll get about 9 episodes out of that. That will go on break, and then we will do a 8th season, a final season, a farewell season, if you will, and wrapping everything up in a nice bow. I'm going to call it a day. Not because Spicy Ramen is a bad show. It's actually one of my higher rated ones. It's just, it's necessary. I said a long time ago that I would do Spicy Ramen for as long as they gave me content to do it. And they are slowly not giving me enough content to do it. And I'm struggling on a weekly basis to keep that show going. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to hate doing it. And I don't want to give you guys subpar content. So yes, with the 8th season, that will be going. Right now, Grimtail's Deep Cuts and the Quest reviews are on hold. All right, like on a few week break. They are, well, in a few weeks that'll change. In a few weeks, Grimtail's Deep Cuts will come back. The Quest will get one more episode, and that will be the final episode for that for the foreseeable future. The reason why is numbers. It's not that you guys didn't like the Quest reviews. They just weren't as high as Grimtail's Deep Cuts. Grimtail's has always been a high one, probably second to Spicy Ramen. Hence the reason why we're going to keep doing Grimtail's. You guys like Grimtail's, and I'm going to keep doing it in different mediums. We're going to do Grimtail's Gaming. We're going to do Grimtail's Deep Cuts. We're going to hopefully maybe someday bring back the podcast, and so forth and so on. But the Quest, it had an audience, but doing those two shows separately and struggling to balance the two different audiences isn't a very entertaining thing to do behind the scenes. So yes, the Quest reviews will be getting put on a little bit of a hiatus break, while Grimtail's Deep Cuts will continue on in a few weeks, and we're going to press on and go back to the normal schedule with that. Maybe eventually tweaking it to make it even more interesting. Okay, so Spicy Ramen going away, at least in its live format. Okay, and I will get to that in a little bit here. Grimtail's Deep Cuts coming back. The Quest reviews taking a break for the foreseeable future. Game nights, that is gone. We already did a final episode. I don't know if we'll ever do an on-demand version of it. I'm not saying we won't. We own the IP. We own all the shit for it. I'm not saying it can't happen. But what I'm saying is the live version is done. The drop. We are going to keep doing the drop. Okay, the drop's always been a good show. You guys like when I do day one releases, so the drops will continue. We only usually do about 1 or 2 of them a month anyway, if we do them. And so yeah, they're not going anywhere. They're going to continue. Now, moving on to some of the newer things that are going to be coming and being done. The IRL stream with me and my wife. Okay, I've talked about this for a while. You guys watched me and her on Spicy Ramen. We've mentioned it. We will be doing IRL streams, an IRL show, preferably probably twice a week. We're going to be doing all kinds of shit in that show, whether it's crafting, whether it's painting, whatever. We're going to be doing, it's an IRL stream. We're going to be doing stuff, and we want you guys to come chat with us in real time, doing interesting things. And you guys can request us to do things too. There's a very I want to make that clear. You guys are more than welcome to request doing any of those things. So by all means, do that. So IRL stream is coming. Me and VC Lauren are in talks to do a new show together. Much different than what we've done in the past. Something completely different that you've never seen me do before, content-wise. It's a podcast, but the content that we're going to be covering is much different. So me and VC Lauren are in talks about that. We got the IRL stuff. We're going to have the drop. We're going to also have a lot of on-demand stuff. I will be doing The gaming going forward, after all the live gaming is done, I will be moving that over to an on-demand concept, and we'll be doing that in let's plays and reviews and shit like that. So we're going to have a let's play series where each game will have its own series. Okay, for example, if for whatever reason we do like Deus Ex, the franchise, let's say we do Deus Ex Human Revelation, we're going to do an entire series of that from start to finish. And then maybe we'll do the next one, Mankind Divided, start to finish, and so forth and so on. And they will be released randomly throughout the weeks. Okay, we're going to be doing that with different games. So the gaming content's actually getting pushed up, but we're going to be doing it in a way that I actually can enjoy doing it regularly and push out more content for you guys. Doing that live is much harder. Doing it on content based, on demand, much easier. So we have a lot of content coming, a lot of content coming. Why am I doing all this? Sanity and health. Sanity and health. Let's get into that real quick. Let's push it out of the way. We got some of the other stuff out of the way, and I will explain more of this. I will go into full detail in another video. Right now, I want to primarily kind of just push this out for you guys because I've been telling you that I want to get this out. So now let's attack the health shit, I guess, because you guys have asked about it. You've watched some of the shit that I've gone through over the last almost year. It has been a pretty insane year, okay, as far as health wise goes. I won't go into too many details now. Again, I will save this for another video, but I will break certain things down. So some people have asked, why did I lose so much weight? Because it's apparently noticeable. I guess it was, whatever. The reason why is because I stopped lifting and I stopped taking things. I won't say what, but I stopped taking things. I did certain things and got really heavy. As you guys know, I put on a lot of mass. I was doing powerlifting and weightlifting for a good while, got pretty fucking jacked up. But it came and bit me in the ass. All right. I will say that it came and bit me in the ass. Again, even in the other video, whenever I make it and give you more details on this, I'm not going to go into details of what I did as far as what I took and shit. It's not important. Plus, I'm not advertising it. But let's just say I did a few things. They weren't smart, and it came to bite me in my ass. And as a result, I had some health things happen because of it. All right. One of those things is I am a type 2 diabetic now. My body just couldn't handle what I was doing to it, and it caused that. There are some other things too, and again, I will go into more detail. But the one of the things was type 2 diabetes, and that has changed things a lot. One of those things being the massive weight loss and slimming down. I have lost roughly about 100 pounds almost. I was 270 plus pounds, son of a bitch, 270 plus pounds of beefy boy. And yeah, we had to lose all that. I'm roughly about 180 pounds now. So yeah, we've lost a lot. Also, a lot of you guys got to watch some of this happen. If you kept up with some of my shorts and shit like that, you guys know that I went through extremely a very excessive oral surgery in the beginning of the year. You guys watched me barely be able to talk. You watched me learn how to talk. I'm going through some shit right now. I have an appointment in about another week to see if I can get something else figured out. I'm hoping in the next month or so, some of the shit that I'm going through is worked out. I was supposed to be already worked out by now, but here we are. But yes, I went through very extensive oral surgery and I got everything removed. It was quite gnarly. I had to learn how to talk again. I went a couple months without doing anything live. You guys know I had a lot of shit pre-recorded for you. I wasn't doing anything live for a couple months, and that's the reason why. I couldn't really talk and I was healing. And you've watched me learn how to talk, and I appreciate all the support and you guys follow me along the way because it has inspired me to keep doing this, even though I've been going through that, and I'm still, in a way, kind of going through it because I still have moments of speech issues, as you can tell, probably during this. So, yes, I've had that. I've had the oral surgery. I've had the diabetes. I've had a lot of other things happen. I've had you guys watch along the way, and I appreciate all the support. I will make a habit of making more of these. I can tell you right now, I will make 2 more guaranteed. One, I will go into full detail on all the things that are happening with all the new shows that are coming, all the content changes to the website and so forth and so on with HUELESS Vision. I will also make a separate one in full detail of all the health things. Like I said, I know you guys have noticed, I've seen your messages, and I will give you full details. I wanted to get this one out because I've been telling you I was going to attack it and get it started, and we got it started. No music, no flash. I mean, yeah, we got the cool little background going, but it's really very minimal because that's all this is. It's basically just me talking to you guys. No entertainment, no flashy speeches, no pins, no me pushing this, whatever. It's just basically me talking to you. That's what this vlog is going to be about. I'm pretty sure visually it will change a little bit. But I wanted to get this out, get it started for you guys so we can move forward. All right. Like I said, next one I will explain health stuff, give you information on the dental stuff and the diabetes and yes, the weight loss and why I had to do it all. I will go into a little bit more detail, but not too crazy. But all in all, I wanted to get this started. Again, here's a vlog. It will be on the site. It will be on the YouTube channel, all this other shit. But I will make as many of these as necessary. They may or may not be this long because I've had to attack 2 different things. One will be more categorized. Well, one will be dedicated to a specific thing. So it might be a little shorter. So thank you for watching. I will push more of these out. Again, nothing flashy. Just me talking to you guys and running you through some shit. So keep an eye out for the vlogs. That's all I'm saying. We're not scripting them. We're just going to sit here and I'm going to talk to you and run you through some shit. And you know what? When new things come up and I got to share it with you, that's probably how we're going to do it too. So a little bit more personal. So again, keep an eye out for them. They will get added to the arsenal of shit that I release on the YouTube page. I probably won't release these on the Rumble page. I don't see the point. But the YouTube page works fine because we can categorize everything and break it down. But keep an eye out for it. Again, simple, no music, just me and you guys talking. And yes, thank you for watching. And thank you for all your support over the last almost year and years. Okay, because again, going from Noble to HUELESS Vision, shit, all the other projects that have been before, because some of you guys are from way back, okay, and I've been working for a long time, so I've been keeping an eye on it, right? I have been paying attention. But I'm not going to make this any too much longer. Thank you for watching, and keep an eye out for the next one. Peace out, guys.